Good morrow, dear students of Concordia High School. It's been nearly 2 years since the last installment of Live for 5. For you noobs at the school, welcome. And this is a little program that we will air on Fridays during 7th hour. The students have spoken words of yearning for our return.
I am 1/3 your host and staff, Calvin. It's French. I'm uber stoked to have Live for 5 back, so crack the bubbly, light the cigars, because a party, Patty Wagon is back.
I'm Fahrenheit with sports. I got you, cuh. Anything makes you sweat, bleed, and cry is on me. I apologize in advance for girls' golf and bowling.
And I'm the other host, so see us today's top story. Is the recent string of bloody noses at Concordia due to the excess levels of dihydrogen oxide in the Concordia water system? But first, the last detention of the week will be served with Mrs. Conversay in room 112. Stay hopeful, my comrades.
4 volunteers are needed on Saturday, September 17th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to help with the golf outing at Brookwood. So if you need service hours, go get your Caddyshack clothes. Hats with a fuzzy white ball on them are available at Student Services. Just see Mrs. Rich.
To all junior class officers and representatives, apparently there will be some sort of gathering of all of you to discuss the matter of prom this coming Wednesday on the 14th of September at 7:30 and the room labeled 120. Mrs. Locomancini's room. You should contact either Mrs. Pratt or Miss Locomancini herself if you to attend are unable. And if you have any problems with my syntax, again, see Mrs. Risch at Student Services B. She will.
Need service hours? Holy Cross Children's Ministry needs 2 or 3 volunteers to do skits for the Bible story presentation to the kindergartners through 5th graders during the 5 p.m. Saturday service. They also need 3 or 4 additional volunteers every Saturday night to teach as small group leaders using activities and crafts. All materials are, of course, provided, and they wanted me to make a point that little prep time is needed. So if you like working with kids, sitting around doing arts and crafts, and are in need of service hours, please call or text Jill McGaffick at 260-450-7121. I repeat, 260-450-7121, or email her at mcgaffick@gmail.com. That's MCGAFFIC@gmail.com.
Just a few quick reminders for over the weekend. At 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, there is the girls' volleyball, and of course, the crew team has that damn regatta. Excuse me, that's the darn regatta. We kick it over to Fahrenheit for sports. Farron?
As Celsius already said, there will be that darn regatta tomorrow morning, along with girls volleyball and the marching competition later on in the day. There will also be the ever-famous Providence Invitational and the cross-country Bruin Invitation now. Tonight, of course, is the varsity football game against Southside. The Cadets, coming off a 1-game winning streak against Wayne, is carrying momentum into the match. So come on out and cheer for your boys in maroon. The Concordia Cadets, be there or we got beef, bruh. Also, there is a girls' soccer game tomorrow at 12 versus Indianapolis Lutherans. Just kidding, that got canceled.
And finally, there will be a meeting tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. concerning the Latin trip. This meeting will seemingly consist of you traveling to some extravagantly beautiful land, making the rest of the student body become inflamed with jealousy. All in time for us to really realize that you will become in a land where the language spoken is not at all the language you signed up for, and we will laugh at you because you felt you were better than that freshman year. Sí, hola, señora Pratt. ¿Me puedo dar un punto extra?
Also, for future reference, we will be starting up with a Student of the Week winning a special parking spot for that week and a certificate. Also, if you wish to have your wonderful thoughts and shout-outs read, hundreds, literally hundreds of the student body and alumni, then why not have us read it for you on air? For the low price of $1, you can have us read your shout-outs. Makes for a great way to spark a romance.
Carly?
Say hey to an old friend.
Love bean.
Or even end a current romance.
Carly!
We do, however, reserve the right to not read it. Due to the crudeness of it, the money is not refundable.
We'll now end with weather with that Tim kid. Tim?
It's raining, dude. So whack.
Thank you, Tim. For all of you timing, this has been 4 minutes, 54 seconds. That about wraps up everything we have to say. Until next week, I'm Wahuma.
And I'm Alex Westrick. Goodbye.